Franklin Graham did a short little interview on Roe v. Wade, and he talks about Mike Pence. And I've heard before that he does not support Trump for being president again. And so when he mentions Mike Pence in here, I was like, oh, let me see. Let me see. What are we going to see?
So, 50th March for Life. What was your reaction when you first heard that Roe was going to be no more?
Well, I was thankful. Just thankful to God that he gave us a president, or Donald J. Trump, Mike Pence.
So you see him kind of slip there. He gave us a president, Michael, and he slips. He's got to refocus his mind, which is why he looks away from the reporter to can bring it back to Donald J. Trump. But he's got Mike Pence on the mind. And I'm going to assume, because we don't know a lot of information, that the reason why he's got Pence on the mind is because Pence is the one he worked with the most. He's the one he actually had the relationship with.
Who nominated judges that were approved and changed history. It would not have happened without, I'd really say, Mike Pence. He was the driver behind a lot of this.
So then he tells you it would not have happened without Mike Pence. And he goes tight-lipped on that. And he goes real still on the after. And it's important why it's on the after, because he said something to a reporter and he kind of knows the pushback that he gets because MAGA hates Pence. And because they hate Pence, there is nothing good that can be said about Pence, even if it's justly said so. So he's making this statement and he goes tight-lipped and he goes stiff to prepare himself for the pushback. Fortunately, this reporter doesn't really give it to him.
You know, for years, conservatives and Christians prayed and hoped that would happen.
So it just kind of skips on. He scratches his nose. You see a little bit of the fall in the body as he relaxes, as he realizes that this reporter is not going to beat him down for giving Mike Pence the credit for helping overturn Roe v. Wade.
Happen, and you had people saying they were going to do it. Did you believe it was possible before it happened?
To be honest with you, I wasn't sure it would happen. And but I know that Vice President Pence told me on several occasions that it was his goal to see that law overturned, and he did it.
So he talks about Pence telling him on several occasions, which just goes back to they had some kind of rapport. His body's relaxing. It's the neck, head, all of it is going up and down in that positive movement as he talks about this moment with Pence. And you could see from his point of view, Pence is the driver that overturned Roe v. Wade.
When you look at the culture right now, a lot of people might assume, okay, Roe is gone, the battle is over. But what would you say to those people?
The victory is not declared. There was a battle here in Washington, and that was won. It took over 50 years to do it. But now it's moved on to the states. And that's where the battles are going to be for the next number of years. And it's going to take time. But I think we just need to stand our ground. We don't back up. We don't retreat. We cannot get relaxed thinking we've won. And so let's just now slide with the times. No. I
also like this part of the conversation too. We're kind of going to end it here, but as we see him talk about this, his body's much more relaxed. His head is moving with the thoughts as it goes through his mind. His body's moving back and forth. He's talking about as it moves from the feds to the state level, the body, slides it in that direction. Now the battle's at the state level, and it's going to take a few years. And he's very sure in this moment, because the body is just sitting there thinking, this is the direction it goes. This is where it goes. The mind says this is the direction it goes. It's all in agreement. It's like, oh, okay. It would make me believe that as this has been talked about with Pence, and I'm sure with other people of like-mindedness with him in higher echelons, that this is a common rhetoric. All right, we won the feds. Now we've got to take the battle to the state. It's actually quite nice to see spiritual leaders speaking this way, because we have been lacking it in this country for a few decades, thanks to 501c3. If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.